Hello everyone, I am Ankit and you're watching StudyIQ IAS English channel. In our today's video, we are going to understand about Tamil Nadu. Yes, the beautiful state in the southern part of our country. But why is Tamil Nadu in news? Let me tell you at the outset, it is not for political reasons. Well, Tamil Nadu is in news because of its administrative reasons. Why? Because the state of Tamil Nadu has been able to reduce thousands and thousands of deaths that happened in that particular state due to the very dangerous disease known as tuberculosis. So, let us understand this development. Now, if you want to download the notes, these will be available on the Telegram channel ATS Live. Subscribe it if you still haven't and download the notes. And if you have problems in locating this channel, you can either search ATS Live in the search bar of your Telegram app or you can scan this QR code. Both will help you in locating this channel, right? Now let us start by understanding what happened in Tamil Nadu. Now recently, Tamil Nadu government started an initiative known as Tamil Nadu Kasanoi Erappila Thittam TN-KET, right? Now, this initiative roughly translates into TB death-free initiative, and by using this initiative, the government of Tamil Nadu has been able to use a simple triage tool to identify patients of TB as well as implement a differential care approach depending upon the health risk of the patient. And using these two initiatives, the government has been able to reduce deaths that happen due to a very dangerous disease known as TB. So in our today's discussion, we'll first understand what this disease TB is all about, and then we'll understand how is Tamil Nadu using this TN-KET initiative has been able to reduce the deaths in the state due to TB, right? Now, first let's talk about TB. TB is a bacterial infection which happens through the bacteria called as Mycobacterium tuberculosis, and it spreads from one person to another with the use of tiny droplets that might spread due to cough or sneeze when it happens from an infected person. Now, the transmission, as you can understand, it happens from person to person through a medium of air. So, when a person who has lung TB, he or she coughs or sneezes, that propels their infected bodily fluids and it can be inhaled by another person, leading to contact of TB. Now, TB normally affects a person's lung, that is known as pulmonary TB, but that doesn't mean that every TB can affect your lungs. There are other types of TB that affects other organs like bones, etc., and these are known as extrapulmonary TB, right? Now, is TB curable or treatable? The answer is yes. TB is indeed curable and treatable, but for that, the most amount of challenge that you have to identify the patient at the very start of this disease. Because if you identify late, the probability of saving that person reduces, right? So this was the challenge that most of the states face, and let us understand how Tamil Nadu was able to overcome this challenge, right? Now, Tamil Nadu started a scheme or an initiative known as Kasanoi Erappila Thittam, which is a state level initiative launched by the government in 2022 to reduce tuberculosis mortality. Mortality roughly means death, right? Now, how it is implemented, this scheme focuses on early identification of the TB patients and providing them with differentiated care, especially to the persons who are facing the severe form of tuberculosis. Now, how these two initiatives work, let us find out. Now, first is known as usage of a paper-based triage tool. In this tool, the healthcare professionals, they use 5 quick clinical indicators like body mass index, oxygen levels, respiratory rate, leg swelling, or ability to stand to identify who are the persons who are facing severe brunt of TB disease. And this 5-step indicator, it provides us a quick, easy to use tool which helps doctors and healthcare professionals to determine does the patient need immediate medical attention. Therefore, this is a better method because it does not require any laboratory based investigations and hence it reduces the time taken to identify the severely ill patients. Similarly, earlier health workers used to record 16 parameters of a patient and used to send them to laboratories, and they were able to get this data only 6 to 7 days later on, which led to delayed in the treatment. So government reduced this identification process. It reduced this. Earlier it used to take 6 to 7 days. Now it just takes few minutes or few hours of your time and you can identify whether the patient is actually severely ill from TB and you can provide them with medical care quickly, right? Now, another aspect is the differentiated care. Now, this follows basically what is known as a patient-centric model. Now in this, the treatment based on the patient's medical history is identified, and the medical parameters like age, weight, and specific disease conditions or comorbidity, they are also used. Now it considers the severity of the disease in all the patients who are diagnosed with TB, and it provides comprehensive care to the people who are worst affected. So you can understand persons who are very old in age, person who have huge amount of weight or very less amount of weight, and people who already suffer from pre-existing disease conditions like blood pressure, like sugar. They will be provided with utmost care. And for that, government is also using a particular web tool known as Severe TB web app. This is a digital tool that estimates mortality risk and guides urgent medical decision. So putting this data in this particular app, the healthcare professionals will know what is the probability of the mortality that this patient might face. And if the figure comes high, you automatically understand the government will take a utmost care of that particular patient. So this is how government has first of all reduced the amount of time it takes you to identify a patient, and then it is also providing differentiated care so that people who need urgent attention, they are provided first care, and the persons who are not needing urgent attention, they can be provided care later on. So this is an approach how the government is able to reduce the overall death relating to TB. Now, what you need to understand the significance and impact of this scheme. First of all, it is a very simplified process because it does not require any laboratory test to be done, and it reduces the assessment time by 6 to 7 days compared to the older tools which require you to identify 16 parameters and send them to laboratory test. So you can actually reduce the amount of time that it takes to identify a patient by 6 to 7 days, which can be quite critical. Similarly, it also uses fast track admissions that ensures that 98% of the severe cases are admitted into the hospital within 7 days of their identification so that their treatment can be started at the earliest. And it has also reduced 20% reduction in the early TB deaths, which is just achieved in 6 months of its implementation. So you can understand how effective the scheme is, right? Now, this is a very important scheme. Why? Because India faces the world's highest burden of TB across the world. When it comes to incidences of the case, India witnesses 28 lakh cases every year, which accounts for more than a quarter of cases globally. When it comes to death, India witnesses 3.4 lakh deaths every year, which amounts to 29% of deaths happening globally. So any initiative by a particular state government like the one we have understood in Tamil Nadu, if replicated in other part of the state, can severely reduce the amount of deaths that happen every year due to TB. And this is also not a guess-based approach. This is a data-driven approach because you are using a real-time data like body mass index, ability to stand, etc., to identify the risk associated with a person, and you can efficiently allocate the resources based on the risk profile of the patients. And it also is a scalable model which can be replicated in the other parts of the state because all of the Indian states are following India's national TB elimination program. So it is our ultimate intention is that not just in Tamil Nadu, but people living across the country should face less amount of risk as well as death relating to TB, right? So this is why this is a very important scheme, and I thought I should cover it in a separate video, right? Now, the students who are looking to give exams in 2026, we have a very good news for you. Earlier, we had used to close the batch for 2026. But based on popular demand, we actually started a parallel batch, and this is meant for the students who are looking to give exams next year. Now, what you need to understand first that there is barely 10 months, 11, 12 days amount of time remaining. So the right aspect for you to get a right guidance, right approach, right mentorship, and right content is to take admissions in our resolution batches. Now, resolution batches are available in gold, diamond, as well as platinum. But according to me, the best aspect is the diamond batch, because if you can't take admissions to the diamond batch, you'll be needing to pay 27,999, and this is a discounted rate only after you apply the code ATS Live. And there are many benefits of the diamond batch. First of all, and the most important benefit is that if you clear your prelims exam next year, the course fees that you're paying us right now, your entire course fees will be refunded. Yes. So there's a number if you want to get more clarification according to it. 9240231070. You can call us and ask any queries that you want, but please do not forget them to let them know of the code ATS Live, because this code helps you 7,000 of your rupees, and your ultimate course fees for Diamond Batch would be 27,999, right? Now, there is a practice question that I've curated based on a very similar question that appeared in the UPSC. With reference to tuberculosis, consider the following statements. India has the highest burden of TB cases in the world, according to WHO. BCG vaccine provides full protection against all forms of TB, including adult pulmonary TB, and the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program aims to eliminate TB in India by 2030. Which of the following statements, please pay close attention, is or are not correct? Please do let me know in the comment section what is the right answer to this question, and the ones who answer it correctly will get a thumbs up from me so that you know it's right. And once again, the notes, they will be available after this video ends on this Telegram channel ATS Live. So I hope you have understood this Tamil Nadu's initiative of reducing the burden and mortality of TB. Stay tuned for more such videos, and please have a very good night.